Just a little quick video about democracy, especially here in Britain and America and the Western world, because it's just fucking dog shit. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't believe in New World Orders and how they're gonna wipe people out and blah blah blah. I don't care in any of it. It's not what phases me. What phases me is that people keep buying into it. That's the bit that gets me. Although it's too late, it's not really your fault. It is your fault, but it's not your fault. That's the strange thing. Because you're voting Democratic parties in, but the democracy dictates that there's only Democratic parties up for election, so it's not your fault. You know, there's loads of parties up for election, but don't you find it strange that only the fucking most democratic of democratic people are only ever in power? It's ridiculous, and the same fucking parties over and over again. I've refused to believe, especially Britain and America, that we're that fucking stupid to keep voting idiots in. We're not a stupid population, that's why we're probably, arguably, some of the most advanced, along with other Western nations on Earth. Because we're not stupid as a people. So why the fuck are we stupidly voting the same people in over and over again? The presidents have been the same kind of people, and the fucking prime ministers are the same kind of people. Okay, democracy is unfair for the simple fact that it's a majority ruling the minority. So, especially in Western powers, there's never a 10 or 15% vote between the elections, between the leaders, which means that, for argument's sake, 53% are going to rule 47%. And that happens every election, and it's been happening for hundreds of years. So eventually, you are going to get a one world order. It's the nature of democracy, because a majority gets the minority. And after a while, the majority are so pushed out that they have no choice but to conform to the one world thing, the way the one democratic world is running. That's the reason it happens. That's why. And this EU and union bullshit is just bullshit. How can any of you say that is better? Look how rich everyone was before the EU. Look how rich everyone was when they had the percentage, the francs, the mark, the Deutschmark, all of it. When everyone had their own currency, everyone was rich. Now we're in the EU and there's a single currency, everyone's poor. Including Britain and Sweden, even though we didn't fucking conform to the EU, we have to devalue our currency to keep up with your stupidity. How is that fair? That is not fair. And the fact we're getting a referendum on it, which I already know the outcome because these fucking democratic wankers have got control of it, it's going to be a no. Britain are not allowed to leave. Especially now that, no offence to the USA, but you said, oh, us leaving is a bad thing and it's all to the special relationship. No offence, I really like you guys and I like the relationship and the allegiance-ship, but fuck the special relationship. If that's how you're going to act towards us for thinking about bettering ourselves, then fuck you. That's not very democratic, is it? I mean, democracy is supposed to be fair. It's not fair. And the fact that you've all bought into it is ridiculous. And it's going to continue like that until there is a one government order, because that's the nature of democracy. That's how nature happens. That's how it works. So, in fact, we are devolving because they have got an agenda that keeps us stupid. It keeps us stupid. They teach us what we want to learn. Tell me, in all the time that you spent in school and college, unless you actually get a place in a college or a prestigious college or whatever you want to do, who the fuck ever gets to study and get a job in what they want to do? Not many. Not many. Especially here in Britain this day and age. I can't say for America because I'm not young. I'm not over there as a youngster these days. I'm just talking from Britain's perspective. When I talk about America, it's from a global perspective because our politics are so intertwined with this democracy bullshit. They've just fed us so much shit that now we've conformed to it, and that's the way it has to happen. And it's rubbish. Complete rubbish. And we shouldn't have to buy into it, quite frankly. And I'm not going to buy into it anymore. You know, there are simple things that just don't seem right. Like, we're in a deficit, but we can afford to build fucking monumental militaries, billions and billions, 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 billions of pounds. Like, we give aid to India in Britain, and they have a fucking space program. We don't even have a fucking space program. We barely have an EU space program anymore. So how the fuck are we? Why are we giving them money? Why are we giving them money? Other points. I don't care what anyone says. Call me a racist. Call me a xenophobe. Immigration is too fucking much here now. It's too much. It's been too much for ages. No offence, but this is a very valid point. A lot of them, the immigrants and refugees, are getting benefits and using our money system. The British set up Western money, the Western Union transfers and whatnot, and they're sending all our own money, tax money, from our benefits and houses that we give them, and they send it home. And they have homes and families back home that they're feeding with our money, because our money's so much better than theirs. Our money, £20 to us is like fucking 200 whatever to them in Poland or Lithuania or whatever. Same in Islam and all them countries. Our currency's so powerful. So when they come and get their £600 or up to, some of them get thousands a month in benefit depending on how many children they've got. They're getting thousands of pounds to them in their own country, or even hundreds, is getting them to where they want to be at home, and then they fuck off and leave, and they don't pay anything back, and no one's sending anything back either. So all the money leaves, nothing comes back. This is obvious. This is obviously a clear way of getting money flowing, a big currency like Britain, from flowing out of Britain and through the world. That's how they're doing it, because the banks obviously make money off of the transactions. They're taking the money as well, so they're making money all the time. They never lose. That's what you've got to remember about governments and banks. They never lose. Ever, ever, ever lose. But that's my point. Anyways, that's my video for now. I'll be coming up more. That's my first one. But I'm just saying, just think, man. Just think about it. It's just rubbish. Anyway, bye.